I'm here on the job site with Dale, who's a framing contractor.
Hey, good morning.
Dale traded up to Geico Commercial Auto Insurance for all his business vehicles. We're here where he needs us most.
Yep, they sure are.
We make it easy for him to save on all his insurance needs, all in one place, with coverage that fits his business and bottom line. Oh, I shouldn't have looked down.
It's all right.
We're so far up here.
Look at me. Take a deep breath.
Oh, I'm good. So good.
Get a commercial auto insurance quote today at geico.com and see how much you could save. It feels good to Geico.
Every team, every topic, everywhere. This is Believe.
What's up, hockey think tankers? Welcome to another Short Shift Wednesday, sponsored by Skate Tech. In case you didn't know, Skate Tech skate sharpening and equipment repair brings you NHL quality service at an affordable retail price. With over 23 years of sharpening and equipment customizing experience, Skate Tech serves as your personal equipment manager, providing the highest quality skate sharpening, blade profiling, team uniforms, and equipment alterations available on the market today. Let Skate Tech help you take your on-ice performance to the next level with the edge of pros trust. Check them out at skatetechsharpening.com.
Here we go, baby. We got short shifts. Jeffrey Jehu Lavecchio has no idea what the topic is going to be, but should he choose to accept, we're going to have some fun today. Vex, you ready to rock and roll?
Hit me.
I want to know your favorite small area game that is tailored towards scoring goals, baby. Like, it is an offensive scoring goals type of like small area game. One of your favorites, lots of goals, lots of shots, lots of offense. Get the boys or the girls going. Favorite small area game?
I can think of two off the top of my head.
Okay.
Number one is like when you just put the two nets on the ends of a circle in the offensive zone or defensive zone, any zone. So you got both nets in the circle and you just play either 1-on-1 or 2-on-2. And every time you're going to miss the net, if it goes down to the side of the ice where it's wide open, they just kick another puck out real quick. So you're going to get a bunch of pucks while you're battling 1-on-1 or 2-on-2. And I like it because it's like in tight. And for me personally, especially when I started to think smarter and work harder. And I realized, well, if the puck has to go to the net to score, why don't I just start hanging around the net way more? So that drill was very applicable to my game the last 6 years of my pro career when I started really focusing on playing around the net. And the other one is another similar drill with the same idea. And I loved it my whole career because I just like battling where you start off, everybody's in one end. The defensemen are all up at the blue line. Split on each side of the blue. Forwards are split in each corner. You throw a puck up to the D-man off the wall, whatever. Maybe you throw him a bomb and he's got to catch it and walk the line. And you go 1-on-1 with a D-man who's taking you from the corner and making you work to get to the net. When I was younger, sometimes the D-man would start in the net, but as we got older, the coaches were obviously smarter and they made the D-man pick you up from the corner and make you battle your ass off. Like it in a game when you pass it up to D to battle through that defender to get to the front of the net. And now it's a 1-on-1 battle. It's your job to tip and screen. Number one, screen. Number two, if you get a tip, great. And number three, get that rebound if there is one. Then on the other side, they do the same thing. So a forward on the other side shoots it up to the D-man. And now it's a 2-on-2 battle in front with that forward joining you, your teammates, and the two defenders are battling you 2-on-2. Then a third guy goes, and depending on where I was playing, sometimes he'd go for the high tip, another D-man shot. Then you'd dump it out in the neutral zone, regroup, come back 3-on-2. And then some teams made us do one or two more point shot battles in front. So for me, I loved those drills where it was a battle in front. There's contact. You have to be smart about where you're putting your body and where you're putting your stick to show a tip for the D-man, or making sure that you're screening, because screening is so unselfish and so important in higher level hockey when the goalies are really, really good. If that D-man boxes you out and makes it so you can't take away that goalie's eyes 99.999999999 repeating times, a goal will not go in from the blue line unless the goalie is being screened. So for that reason, those are my two drills I'm thinking of off the top of my head. Topher, what are your thoughts on that? Go.
I love how your offensive drill is a battle drill. It's like the opposite question, but that's all good. That's why
But for me, that's how I generated offense, was battling though.
I know.
You know what I
totally
mean? So
kidding,
like
yeah.
for me, that's just, hey, you asked me the question. My answer.
I like it. You know what? Games that I love. We used to do this a lot with Stan, my crazy Russian coach. You just play like 2-on-2 or 3-on-3, but the defensive team does not have sticks, so they're holding like a tire.
Yeah,
and there's actually like a really good, and it's just one net, and it's really good, honestly, because and I've learned this as I've done it. Typically, when you take the defensive sticks away, what does the offensive player try to do? They're just going to try to beat that player one-on-one. And it's still really hard to do that. But then when you stop the drill and you say, okay, the reason for this drill is not to beat players one-on-one, it's to actually move the puck. And then they start passing the puck and moving it, and they score so many more times.
Yeah.
And it's also like a kind of a unique little reminder for the defensive players how hard it is to defend when you don't have a stick on the ice. So it's like, oh, maybe you want to keep your stick on the ice when you're defending.
Yeah.
As well. So there's always a lot of goals, always a lot of offensive, there's some times where maybe your team is not scoring as much. People are snake bit. You want to do some of those drills that really favor the offensive players, not the defensive players. I think that's a really good one. Another one that I really like is it's a cross ice game, and it's a 3-on-3, but it's really like a 3-on-2. So you kind of like draw a line down the middle, or you have like a cone in the middle of the ice. And so if you're on your defensive side, you can only have two players on your defensive side. So one player has to stay on that offensive side of the puck. And it's like a really good offensive transition game. So basically, if one of those two players on the defensive side gets the puck, they'll fire it up to the player that's on the other side. And then they can go in and shoot. But also, like, you want to beat the other team to the other side to create more of an odd man opportunity as fast as you can. And so there's like a transition aspect to it as well. So those would be two of the ones that I like to do. I really, really like the one where the defenders don't have a stick.
Yeah. Yeah. We did that in college a lot when we weren't scoring. But it was more so the D-men would murder the forwards. That's what that was designed for. But we did that one a lot my junior year in college, actually.
Did you guys really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. That's really, really cool. And then just some other drills. I really like bubble hockey. You know what bubble hockey is?
No, what's that?
Okay, so bubble hockey is you put the net on the bottom of the circle and then the top of the circle. So the same circle, there's one on the bottom, there's one on the top. Yep. And then you put two players on each team, like on the back doors. So they have to stay outside the circle, but they're kind of like on the back doors. And then you have a one-on-one inside the circle.
Love it.
So whoever has the puck, though, you can use your two teammates, and the two teammates can actually shoot the puck too. It's an absolute bagger for the goalies. Bagger for the goalies.
Yeah, I played that one.
But yeah, that's another fun one that I like. Have you done that one? We call it bubble hockey. It's really
I mean, maybe we called it bubble hockey. I don't remember, but I did that one on quite a few pro teams, and I love that it's like quick transition. And if you make that pass, you're jumping around, and it's also really good for the defensive players. Yeah. Like when you do those drills in the offensive zone where it's, odd man type of situations like you talked about with the 3-on-3, that's actually a 3-on-2 in the D zone and then pass it across and things like that. It's making the defensive players have to turn their bodies and their heads, but know where their check is and things like that. And at the higher levels, especially now with all the switches in the offensive zone and D-men are forwards and forwards are D-men, like when you're playing defensively, you've got to be really good at knowing where your body is, not drifting wide, being able to rotate your head and talk to your teammates and find, okay, I've got these guys, or I've got this 2-on-1, or, I'm trying to keep my guy on this side. And the more drills, like you do that in practice and you force your players to move the puck, move their body, defenders to move their head, not just, wait till a shot happens. It's going to help you in hockey big time.
Yeah, for sure. That's actually a really good point. And actually another game just along the lines of that I like is I don't really know what a name for it is, but you have like a 1-on-1 or a 2-on-2 inside the zone. And then you have like 3 or 4 players that are kind of in a line at the dots on either side. And so when you get the puck and you're on offense, you can use all of those players like that are on the side. So it's a lot of like pass and get open. And then same thing defensively, you have to kind of know where the puck is and know where your guy is at all times. So you always have to have your head on a swivel. Yeah. You know what drill I'm talking about?
Yes. We did that one in Japan almost weekly. My coach loved that drill, and really fun one when you have like a practice where you got 2 different color jerseys, and it's an individual drill, but it winds up also becoming a team drill. And that's where like Toph and I are always talking about competition and keeping score, and that drives everybody's intention and work ethic and things like that. And so, you know, I would always be like, all right, anytime he'd call that drill, or like, all right, Black, let's go. We're going to kill you, White. And then get White to start talking crap to us. And we go back and forth. Now everybody's playing harder, which means everybody's getting better.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. All right. So we went from Jeff Lavecchio offensive grind battle drill, score a lot of goals that way, to some other ones. So hopefully you can take some of these and use it with your practice today.
Sniz.
If you like the show, please take a moment to rate, review, and subscribe. It really does help the show to grow. Thank you for listening.